You might want to be a bit curious about that. What's happening that in every one of your relationships, you experience that as unsupportive?
Yeah.
Where is it true and where might it not be true?
And if you're having these kind of unclear experiences that someone's lens keeps getting dirty or yours keeps getting dirty, there is actual simple work you can and should do to clarify this. I think of it as clarifying your signal, right? I think of things in these metaphysical terms where you've got this field of energy and beliefs, and the information from the universe is trying to penetrate. Your internal signal of the universe that lives inside you is trying to penetrate outwardly. And if there's all this muck in the energy field, it's getting in the way. It's distorting that signal.
hmm And a lot shifted for me when I did the work to clarify my signals. Different things became attractive, different qualities and traits in people and relationship dynamics, and different traits and dynamics became unattractive.
Hmm.
I remember someone telling me this. There's going to come a day where you're not even remotely attracted to this quality in a person or a relationship dynamic. It's actually going to repulse you. And I was shocked. I was like, there's no way. I'm so drawn in by this. This is my pattern. This is who comes into my orbit. I can't imagine anything different than this. And I'm reporting. It's true. It happened. They were right.
Yeah, it's true. So I want to say something here about the slowing down, the taking our time to get
Mhm.
there, because I've often
Mhm.
had the experience and I could never understand the opposite experience. If I've had a relationship and now we've broken up, like that is the end of it. Never, ever again. Whereas I've seen people who are like, oh, we kind of got back together. I'm like, how on earth? Like, how are you still attracted to this person? And it's because I rushed in, right? I didn't take the
Mhm.
time to get to know the person. I was in love with my story. And when my story was dashed, that was it. And then I could see them clearly. And it was like, oh, I'm not attracted to them. So it was unfathomable to me that people could actually have taken the time to learn, is this a good fit for me? And then they could remain attracted, even if it somehow magically ended up being an amicable breakup where it just wasn't a good fit. Like none of that was in my reality.
Well, you let something land after the relationship ended that I refused to do. So I did the same. I rushed in the beginning. And then I just kept going and going through the revolving door with this same person, whether it was actually in the relationship or just in my mind. So I didn't take the time to get clear on what the lesson was because I was still so attached to it working. I'm like, one day, this is how hope bit me in the butt. I didn't use hope in a very helpful way. I was like, one day it's just all going to magically change. They will be different and this will work out. That was my optimism, right? You often compliment me on my optimism. My optimism is great in some ways and really detrimental and like out of touch with reality in other ways.
Right.
And
That's an excellent example for clarifying a signal, right? There probably was a time where you just would have thought optimism is the only route. And now with a clearer signal, having done some shadow work, you can recognize sometimes this is helpful and sometimes it isn't. This is the realm of nuance and discernment.
yes, which is what I realized. I was so drawn and pulled in the past by the things people said. You say a flashy, nice thing, the thing I want to hear. You must be wonderful. You must be capable of also living that way. No, 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 no. That's not always the case.
Yeah.
So after doing this work, my attraction shifted to it is super sexy when your actions and your words line up. That was never on my radar as a thing to look for before. But now I'm like, oh, I'm really attracted to that.
It completely changes our experience of the world, and it changes how other people experience us as well. As we dispel some of our anxious fear stuff, suddenly we're able to slow down. We're able to pace better. People who in the past might have been repulsed by our anxious rush, suddenly they'll be interested in sitting with us.
I used to be attracted to people who moved quickly at the beginning
Mm.
because I just wanted to be chosen. The sooner, the better. And now I actually feel concern about that and repulsed by that. What does this person not have going on in their life that they feel the need to constantly chase me and hunt me down and tell me how wonderful I am?
This is a really good example. It makes me think about the speed with which we text back or expect replies back. That's a prime location to recognize our projections. If we're busy with a full life and we've got a lot of things going on, we don't have time to text back right away. If we're not, and everything in our life hinges on this text message, totally different experience of a text interaction, right? And on the other side of that, is a person who's having their own either busy full life and doesn't have time, or their desperate need for you to text back. So can you see how this is all related to our inner world, and how clarifying that will make all of those interactions easier, more aligned, more true, less loaded?
Yes, like I used to be that reply right away. I have to keep connection going all the time. I don't want to lose it. And when I practiced actually having a life beyond being chosen and trying to keep connection with someone, I was doing my own thing, things that were lighting me up. I would receive their message and actually sit with it and enjoy it. And then keep doing my life, and then find a pocket of time later where it felt like there was spaciousness to reply. That changed what I found acceptable in how someone interacted with me. Because before it was like, if you didn't text me back right away, my mind went to, why can't you do that? How long does it actually take to send a text? And I would completely make them wrong. And now I'm like, I delight in the fact that you have a life and things that are important to you and people you want to be present with when you're actually with them, that you're not always on your phone. I want a balanced person like that. But I was not the balanced person like that in the past.
Yeah. So you could think of murky signal here as being like signal that's covered with shit, with my own bullshit, with my stories about how awful things must be, right? That's when my response is, why aren't they texting me back? It's a signal that's covered in crap and story. If my response is clear, which is being able to see all of the potential of reality, the simple message there is maybe they're busy. Or if I know them, if it's someone like you, I'm like, maybe they're thinking about it and delighting in the message. There's no negative story attached to that, right? A negative story is a sign of a lot of murkiness around your signal. This kind of clarifying and the compounding effects it has in our relationships is completely what we do here at Wholehearted Loving. So our somatic integration sessions twice a month live, and the toolkit that goes with it, which is a self-paced thing, is all about the body, managing your sensory experience and everything that comes up with emotions, learning how to hold that and grow your capacity. And then our conscious relationship training is the shadow work piece, the recognizing where that signal is murky, what stories come up, and unpacking all of that for you in real time with real people.